What's up, everybody? It's Exit Sign 250, and this will be System Test 19 with demo board number 1. And this system test will feature all Wheelock 7002T horn strobes. So we have a Wheelock 7002T, another 7002T. This one has faded fire lettering, but I left it like that because it's kind of interesting without the letters. We then have another Wheelock 7002T, and not a 7002T. This is a System Sensor Spectral Alert Advanced Remote Strobe on 30 candela. The reason I picked this device is because, well, number one, I only have 3 Wheelock 7002Ts in my collection, and the other reason is, which some of you might know this, but one of my most popular home fire alarm system videos that I made a long time ago was the one where I had all Wheelock 7002Ts. And in my downstairs section of the system, I used this strobe because I thought it would be crazy to have another horn. So I decided to put this up as a little throwback or reference. So anyways, for pull stations, I have an FCI MS2. We then have a Firelight BG12LX addressable pull station. And then this is a FCI MS6 single action pull station. It's pretty much the single action version of the MS2. And an RSG T-bar. It's dual action, and this one's rebranded by Hi-Rise. Got the panels, Firelight MS9200 UDLS addressable system, and the Firelight MS5ED conventional panel with the annunciator that's wired to it. Both of these panels I have linked together, so if one system goes off, the other one will go off. We then have an ESL smoke detector. It's photoelectric, and I think the model is like 682B or something like that. We have a Firelight SD355 addressable smoke detector, Chematronics heat detector, and then a System Sensor i3 smoke detector. So that's everything. Let's get this test started and pull the MS2. Yeah, these things are loud. And the only thing with audible silence is the advanced strobe, because these are 2-wire devices. Fun fact, the Wheelock 7002Ts were one of the first horn strobe combos that were in the fire alarm industry, which is kind of cool. But anyways, let's re-alarm. Actually, I take that back. Let's reset these systems, because if I re-alarm, it won't re-alarm the other systems. So let's do that. Alright, here's the FCI key, which will reset this pull station. And let's reset the systems now. I like to reset the addressable system first because it takes longer. The trick is, if I have to reset these systems both at the same time, because if I don't, one will re-alarm and then activate the other one. So I think we are good. So this system is resetting. This one is reset. Okay, it's ready to go. So here we go. Let's pull this one. So now, I think we can do some re-alarming, so we don't have to reset both of the systems every time. So, let's activate the ESL smoke with some of my Smoke Centurion smoke detector test spray. You know what, let's do this. Let's activate both the i3 and this one. See which one goes off first. Looks like that one activated too. That's cool. I might have sprayed too much, which I have a... I'm notorious for spraying too much smoke detector tester sprays. Actually, in the last system test with this demo board, I did the same thing with these smoke detectors, so I probably need to start learning to control how much I spray. Well, because these smoke detectors need time to air out, let's test the heat detector with a lighter. There we go. Now let's do some resetting. So the first thing I want to do is reset the FCI MS6. There's the FCI key again. And there we go. It's very similar to a Firelight BG8, or I guess Notifier BNG1 pull station. So now let's air out the smoke detectors, because I'm just afraid that they won't be aired out. Of course, we get a trouble because I removed this smoke detector head. Here's the back label. And we should go back to normal. Well, no trouble at least. We can remove this one. Here's the LED. And the model of this one is, 611U. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. Kind of air it out. I don't know why we're not getting a trouble. We should be. That's strange. Maybe, kind of forget. This is an older revision of this panel, so some features are different compared to the newer versions. So maybe when the device is an alarm, it won't re-alarm because this monitor module is monitoring that smoke detector. Let's actually try that later. Make sure I didn't somehow wire it wrong where the resistor wasn't placed right. So let's now reset this system. And that's right, the key's in this panel. And we'll reset that system. So while these are resetting, let's, well, actually, there's nothing really I can do. Okay, the system's normal. Let's take this off the base and see if it goes into trouble. Okay, it does. Yep. So I guess when it's in alarm, it will not go into trouble. It's kind of interesting. And just so you know, this monitor module monitors this smoke detector, while this one monitors this pull station and the MS5ED panel. And now we are back to normal. I want to try something different just for a minute. So the first thing I will do is unlink the systems with this little switch that is underneath my simplex key switch. So now both systems are independent from each other. And next I'm going to turn off the power to the MS9200 UDLS, so we are in battery backup. And the reason I'm doing this is when the panel is normally powered with AC, or wall power, or whatever you want to call it, it outputs FWR to the notification appliances, which is fine, but kind of with older appliances like these, they sound scratchy. But when the system is in battery backup, with the backup batteries, the power supply on the inside will output filter DC, which will make the alarms themselves sound a lot nicer, more smooth, I guess. So let's demonstrate that, and I will activate this with the BG12LX. So let's try it out. I'll show you what happens when the panel is normally powered. This is what it sounds like. So you can kind of tell the differences between FWR and filter DC. Let's power the panel back up. and reset the BG12LX. And reset the system. Now there's only one more device I would like to test, and that's this pull station. So we will link both of the systems back together, and we will wait for this system to fully reset, and then we will pull this pull station for one last activation of the systems. I should have mentioned this earlier for those that didn't know, but the Wheelock 7002T's are kind of infamous for their skipping that they do, which you might have heard that, where the horn kind of skips. And the reason it does that is because every time the strobe flashes, it takes up some power from the horn. So the voltage to the horn kind of dips down for a second, so that's why it kind of does its skip. And pretty interesting. I know when they originally designed these, it might not have been ideal for this to happen, but for us collectors and enthusiasts, it makes the 7002T more unique. And I've always liked that little hiccup that it does. But anyways, so now let's reset both of the systems. Reset this panel and reset that panel. So that will conclude System Test 19 with the Wheelock 7002T's. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very fun to set off these alarms. They're definitely pretty cool and have always been a favorite of mine and many other collectors. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out some of the other fire alarm videos I have on my channel, or even some of the other random videos I got as well. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.